guys, how are you doing today? I hope everybody is well. I'm just doing some jelly plate play today and thought I'd bring you along. I did a couple of pulls just to get things moving because those sometimes are not the best ones. I don't know, we'll go, let's see, that was the first one. That was the next one. And then that was the third or fourth or whatever. I don't know. I've got two plates going. So it's hard to say. Let's see. Oh, and I also put them on two different sides. Here's one. This is probably, these colors are probably one of my favorite. I actually put, and then there's another one. Let's see. And then I tend to put them all in different places. So, yeah. So that's all I've done so far. Oh, I do have some ornaments. I wanted to do something with the ornaments. So, let's see. I might go ahead and just do a first layer. And I guess my husband's calling my son. I hear him talking upstairs. There will be noise in the background. Both my boys are home. Hopefully my husband won't try to call me since he just called my son and talked to him. There's not really a need to call me, is there? Let's see. I like ornaments of all different colors. So I think I'll do a teal one. And I'm using this stencil brush that I got at the thrift store with some other stencil stuff. We'll just... I don't know if that one's going to show down there. So I'm going to also do this ribbon up here. And come across with this middle part here. I'm hoping that by using the stencil brush I'll be able to get some kind of details. Let's see. Oh, maybe although those I might want to do those more silver, huh? Alright, and then let's go ahead and just move this around here and we might end up with something interesting on there later, or at least something that can be cut up. Sorry about the ums. When I'm not sure what to say, ums happen. Yep, using the same color. I mean the same brush. It's alright. Should be alright, hopefully. So, just coming through and making some, and then once the paint on these is dry, I will be able to go ahead and put a layer of paint over them to lift them. So this will be the very top layer. I don't have my gold right now, so I have to use silver. It's alright. Don't fret about it, girl. She's going to be like, I'm sorry you don't have your gold because of me. It's fine. I have another gold. I just don't know where to find it right this minute. Alright. I like to do like 3 colors. If I'm doing something, you know what I mean? Like what would my third color be? So we have that like a yellowy gold. I know I have a gold somewhere. I just don't know where it is right this second. And I'll probably pick it up with a lighter color, so I gotta remember that too. Oh, how about, oh, this light green. This, what is it? Pale green. Yeah, I don't know, maybe not. We'll find out. Yes, we will. I was thinking of more of a yellow, but because of the stars, I might still do a little bit of yellow, but this might also be fun because it's kind of going to mix with the burgundy too and give it a, I don't know, looks more like a neutral probably. Don't want the 8 though. And then what I might do, let's see, no, we'll just come across and do this again, but I'm going to alternate it a little bit so that it's not lined up exactly the same. Does that make sense? Don't know what color that ends up being because the green gets all weird. Okay. Yep, my son, I thought, oh, maybe I didn't tell him I was actually recording now. Not that that would stop him from making all the noise he's making, but, you know. She'll watch later and she'll be like, oh yeah, he was talking to me. Whoops. Because she watches my channel. Love you, sweetie. Just kind of come in on the edge here. Give it some, I don't know, a vignette maybe. Just to... And this is, I haven't done this before, so this is, we're going to see what happens when I do this, is what we're going to see. Let's see, do I want to, I'll just do this. That green might not end up being on the same, whatchamacallit, on the same, you know, if I do them on tags, they might not end up on the same, whatchamacallit anyway, so. Alright, and then let's go ahead and do some vignetting kind of a deal. I don't know, vignette, that's kind of where you kind of come in around the edges, maybe. I don't even know where my edges will be when I put the paper down, because I've made this a little bit bigger than my actual paper. And maybe here I'll put, I don't know, polka dots, or where's my... Maybe some polka dots or something bigger. Maybe I'll just do a little bit of this just for something to fill that in, I guess. I don't know. A different size. It's good if you have different size stuff. Like if you have like some medium, small, and large. That way it hopefully won't look so busy. That's the hope. Anyway. Let's see. I'll come down here with this. Then I'm also going to see if I can maybe just on the edge here with this. There. That way it kind of looks like it's, I don't know, overlapping a couple things maybe. I don't know what this will do. Maybe it'll be weird. Alright, I'm going to spread this out over here. Just give it a layer, a thin layer of something or other. And maybe even take my, okay, now, these are acrylic blocks. They're 2.08, so 2 millimeters about. So they're solid enough so they don't bend, so your acrylic stamps aren't going to fly off every time it bends, because it doesn't bend. This idea came from Tara Jacobson, Artsy Fartsy Life. So, and I'm loving it. It takes up less space once they're in the box. They just are awesome. I just love them. Let's see. Oh, I'm just gonna see. Now here's my small pattern. So I have like a medium and a small and a large kind of a pattern going on here. Not that they're patterns that necessarily go together, but that's what we have. I thought I would go ahead and bring some polka dots over here. I wish I had a larger polka dot thing, but that's alright. I don't necessarily want it all the way. There we go. Okay, and just as long as your acrylic stamps are clean, they'll stick to acrylic. Acrylic will stick to acrylic. And you can do it on both sides. Or what she does is then, if she has a set with the stamps and the dies, so she'll put the stamps on the front, and then she'll put the self-adhesive magnetic piece on the back and put the dies on the back. It was genius. Obviously I have to clean this one. I'm too lazy to do that right this second. Because who knows what else I'm going to be doing right now. Alright. Now, this is still not dry right here. I really should. I should wait. Now ideally the ornaments would be on a tree, right? So I might want a green background. Do I want a green background? Oh, I really want to see what this will look like. It's the green gold. I know it's gonna change everything. Make everything more yellow, maybe. I don't know, but let's see what it does over here first. Because it's a weird a weird kind of green, but part of me wants to try it. We'll see. Alright, and then we need to let that dry a little bit. It's extra thick over here. And then I'm going to put metallic white. I've been using metallic just because it's more sparkly and fun so I've been using this. You can't tell anymore what it says, but it says metallic white on there. I need to remember to check my camera now and then too, because it's a little precarious up here. Okay, we can still see. That's good. We can see something. Hopefully the fan is drying things, but not like in the microphone over there. But that's next to fabric, and hopefully that's keeping it from being too weird. Alright, I'm really kind of excited to see how this turns out. It should be drier than this, but I'm too impatient. So I like to put my big blob over here so I don't end up with that blobby look over here. And this is like super thick. I'm okay that a little green gets into it. Actually makes it nice. Because I want something those are going to stand out on, but I didn't want a stark white either. So having the white mixed with the green gold fluid acrylic is kind of fun. Alright. Okay, move that out of my way. Grab a piece of, this is 90-pound cardstock. And what was I doing over here? I'm going to use my draft paper. It's basically tracing paper, but I got it at the thrift store and it says drafting paper. Or, yeah, drafting paper. So it's 9 by 12 drafting paper. You know, clear print. It's fun to use. If I see something like that at the thrift store, I'm definitely going to get it. And then I'm kind of taking the color from the sides. Oh, wrong one. There were two pieces there. I was trying to take the colors from the sides a little bit, which gives the back a little bit of color and interest, and without me having to worry about keeping it perfectly pristine. This is 90-pound cardstock, so it's heavy enough that it could be a tag on its own. Well, that I don't really want something on the other side because you can see through it. This one's much wetter, so I could leave that down a little bit longer. Alright, let's see. What do we think? There we go. Isn't that fun? We still have some grunginess because there was grunge on the plate. It's not perfectly perfect. There's parts of it I like, parts of it I don't love. But if I cut them into tags, they're perfect. They'll be great. They'll be really great. I promise. Alright, what color should... Oh, I want to show you how I did the other thing where I used red, but it came up burgundy because of the... Alright, this is a mess. So, there's that. Not much showing. Some of the burgundy from before. I'm going to leave that like that, though. Because it's just another layer to be having later on. Alright, I'm just going to use this red, cadmium red deep hue. It's going to start out as one color and end up as another color. And I keep feeling like I have way too much of it because I'm trying to cover two things. Oh, and I put tape up here so I wouldn't have to worry about filling up a 12 by 12 jelly plate. But I have it big enough so that my 8.5 by 11 paper gets totally covered. That was the important thing. I lift my brayer each time so that you get a better coverage. Because if you just go back and forth like this, you're just going to get whatever's on this part of the brayer. And it's going to just kind of be like a repeating pattern. But if you lift it and move it, the whole brayer gets wet. And you get more even... I get quite a bit of more even coverage. I have quite a bit of gunk over here. I don't know if you can see it or not. Alright, now I've got some different things. Somebody sent me all this lovely stuff, And as pretty as it is, and I could use it in a journal, I could use it even more if I use it on my jelly plate. I'll use it over and over again. It's kind of how I see it, I guess. So I figure if I do a little up there, a little in the top, and that gives me some fun. I'm going to do this one right down the middle. So that's, and you know, now I just have, I can still use it as ribbon someday if I want to. And then I have, where is it? Well, I have more of these. I have these little pieces that were given to me by somebody. They're all kind of cut up. So what I did before, and this one would be easier to lift up because it's folded. So I just kind of did like a checkerboard almost. Not exactly, but kind of, sort of. And I get the pattern from that paper, which is fun. And then I can come in with something different if I want to. Like I could go ahead and do like, what is that, snowflake, or I did this before. Let's see, what do I have here? I might go ahead and that one's, oh, I'm going to do this one here, I think. Paper. And then I have this notebook that I'm using for this type of thing. Just kind of layering it up, getting stuff on there, and then maybe I'll use it. See, isn't that fun? Later on. I haven't picked up much here, have I? I might. I need more color on these. So I might go ahead and, I'm doing both sides too, because I'm hoping this will kind of, ooh, that came out cool. Ooh, that is cool. Do you see that? The green, the stuff that was on there with the cool red. Oh, I love that. Okay. That gives me high hopes for whatever's here. So, if I can get any of that off on there. A little bit. Yeah, they say with jelly plate print, it's all about layers. Now, if I like that so much that I want to use it somewhere, even though you can see the lines behind there, it doesn't matter. I could use that in collage somewhere, or even make a tag out of it. It's all good. Now, where'd it go? Where'd it go, people? It's disappeared. He's probably just, oh, he laid down. He was taking a nap. So this is the Phthalo Green. It says it's a blue shade. So it turns the red kind of into a burgundy, is what it does. And yes, this should probably be more dry than this, but it's a fluid acrylic, so it's fairly light. And you would think that it would move stuff around more, but it kind of doesn't. Alright, so it darkens up the red to be more of a burgundy, and then has a cool... Alright, you're going to see why I don't like to... See, now I have those blobs, and I don't like that, but that's why... Oh, and now I'm taking the paint off, so let's stop that. Alright, now I'm going to use... Where'd it go? My metallic white again? Yeah. Use the metallic white. I could do like something else here if I wanted to get a little bit more pattern. Like this might be fun here. Just so that some of the metallic white will show through as well. I won't do it over there though. Alright. Putting quite a bit down. I know it looks like a lot. That's a little bit thicker too. So I'm lifting and moving, lifting and moving, lifting and moving. So now it's totally covered. So when I come over here now, and it's going to lighten up that dark phthalo green that I put down. And give it kind of a more vibrant. Still a dark green, but not so dark that it's like, ooh, it looks like the Grim Reaper's Christmas, you know. That dark. Alright, I want to use this over here because I think I could use those as what's the word I want? Tags. I could use what's under there as a tag. So, like I said, I just kind of pull the stuff from the edges. Gives me some interest on the back. And then you can still write on the back. I don't have to cover the back if I don't want to. Almost looks plaid, right? Stay down, 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 down. Are all my corners down? Alright. But if I wanted them thicker or whatever, this is kind of cool. That looks like a circle. How did that happen? I must have gone over something that was sort of round with this, and then that part over there where I had those round things? Probably. Maybe. I don't know. It's a cool look. That alone would make kind of a cool tag. Alright. Let's see. Kind of let them sit for a minute. Get as much off of here as I can. Alright, that one did not come out as good as I'd hoped, but it makes for a fun background. As far as you still have some texture in it. You don't see the specific layers. A little bit here and there you can see that paper. I don't know if you can or not. And then there's still some ornaments that came through. There's some swirls down here. Don't know what happened up here, but it's still interesting. It has interest. But yeah, I can still see that ornament there. That's cool. So yeah. So that's what doing the cadmium red and the phthalo blue acrylic changes the red. Fluid acrylic, I mean, changes the red. And then I think there was still some green gold in there, which it might be what's picking up in those lighter colors. I don't know. I don't really know. I mean, I could pretend to know, but honestly, I don't know. Alright, now this one's going to be interesting. Might not have the detail I originally wanted, but it's totally interesting. So it's got all this grunginess up here with the green. Could still see a little bit of ornament. I think that is. I didn't even put ornaments on here. How to get ornaments on there? That's one of the ornaments. Must have been from when I rolled over. I don't know. And then all these little circle things here. I love the grunginess of it. And it wouldn't have to be for Christmas either. So yeah, this is really, really cool. I'm hoping. I've got light coming in through my windows in a weird splattery way. Alright, what's next? I want to do some numbers. Now, if you're using a stencil and you do numbers, you want your numbers to be upside right. Right? No. You want your numbers to be upside down. Because when you pick them up, they'll be upside right. That's right. Because my foam letters are kind of like that. So I'm going to put these down like this. And I think I will use some red around them. There's a little bit of green in there still, but that's okay. I'm not going to do it perfect. Because you know, we've got Advent and we've got numbers that get involved with the with Christmas. And this is going to be a weird color because I have the red and the aqua in there. That's alright. Kind of what made it sort of burgundy with bits of red and bits of green. And I'm just kind of making some, you know how you do on digital paper? Where you kind of have things fading in and out here and there. It's kind of what I'm going for here. And of course this is just gonna, the stencil is just putting down what's not number. The color I'm putting down. That's what's not number. Can you guys even see? Because I feel really dark, but then again, I've got light right in my face. A little in the middle, sure. Need a little bit more red. My brush is like leaving hairs on this plate over here. But you know, just more texture, right? Now it's going to be more red, so I might do a little bit here and there where there's more red. And I like the numbers just because, like I said, the Advent part of it. We have some red in there, we have some red in there, so it might be okay. Add a little bit of red down here. And maybe up here. And they might not even show as numbers once it's done. It's just texture. You know what I'm saying? And then I can come in this book and I don't want to do it on that one. I'll do it on this. Like I said, I need some more backgrounds in here. Only this time I go this way. And I'm going to see how much paint I can get off a stencil like that. Not much. I don't worry about getting acrylic paint on my stencils. That's what I use them for a lot anyway. Let's just do this. Because you never know what you're gonna get. Oh, I gotta try to do that wood thing sometime today too. Oh, my hairs are coming out of there. You get what you pay for. Got at the thrift store. Well, it is probably from the 80s because the stencils that were in the packet with it at the thrift store were definitely earlier 80s. I'm talking the houses and the geese. If you're young, you don't know what I'm talking about. If you're my age, you know exactly. It was before the cows. Let's see, red, and then I might do a light layer. So I have this rosy beige, which might be nice as a background for this next layer. And I'll go ahead and use this. Move out of my way. Okay, I'm lifting and moving just because, and I've got a lot of different colors on here. That's okay. And I've got all those patterns from those lines that are on here, kind of comes off here. That's okay too. It's just another layer. And what I might do is go ahead and, while this is drying over on the left side, go ahead on the right side and pick up some of those layers. Maybe I should just do one side because I think at some point I'm going to be like, I don't want to have to pick which one I use. Because I was doing both sides because I was thinking about using this book just as a Fibonacci, you know, but then I only need to just keep the pages that I use, and I definitely want to use something like ring bound so that if I don't like something I can just tear it out. So that's what that ended up looking like, that bottom part. So even though I like to use a rosy beige, which might be kind of pinky with the red, it just, I don't know, sort of mauve now, I guess. Oh, and then extra bonus, I get the lines from the ring. I don't know if you can see that or not. From the rings. Maybe you can, maybe you can't. I don't know. But from these rings. That's what I'm talking about. Alright, now, what do we want to do? We have the reddish teal and we have the rose beige. And what might we want to do next? Didn't I have a darker one of these? Like really dark is what I want. Like I think maybe, what is this one? Deep turquoise, and this one is teal. Do I want it more blue or more green? Or I could go totes green with the Christmas green, which that should be out, shouldn't it? Well, since we already, is this darker than this? It's greener than that. I think I'll go with this one. Just do what? Well, let's make, oh, I know what I want to do. Alright, whoops, that's more than I need for what I want to do. I'm going to spread it out over here. I like red and teal. Just saying. Alright, spreading it out here. Might even do it in here in the edges a little bit. Coming in from just a little bit here and there. Alright, and then, where's my stamps? I showed them to you. They were all on acrylics. Here they are. I, 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 I might go ahead and take this one, which is just like a damask. numbers and a damask, why not? I like the juxtaposition of different things. So now I'm just getting some of the damask color over here. I mean the teal color over here with some damask here and there. I'm not going to do a pattern all. I'm going to skip some places where the pattern would go. Probably, let's see. There. I'm not going very straight either, which is kind of bugging me. Go off the sides a little bit. These might not even show because it's already teal over there. Although then I'm also lifting the color when I'm putting it down. So I'm very curious to see how that's going to turn out. Let's go right here. Alright. And then I'm going to take this and also see how the teal looks really nice with that color. I like it. And I'm pretty sure there are some kits out there that do have this color. So if I did decide to put these in my shop, that'd be good. And this is going to be a big jumbled mess over here. It's alright. It's alright. Now, I'm not going to go shiny this time. I'm going to go with boring old parchment. Is it boring though? I don't know. Have I asked how you guys are doing today? How are you guys doing? I've missed you. I've been, life. I put a little tiny video out here and there. A little short here and there. Or I would have had another video, but it totally got messed up. But that's alright. I showed you the collage I made on a short. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Oh, yes. I love when this happens. Okay. Are you here for the magic? I don't know. Is it going to be magic? I love when it's magic. I love when it gets to the point where it's not going to come off as quickly as I'd hoped. Hold on. Let's see. Of course, I did my nails last night. And painting today. But that's alright. You hardly know because they're like the watercolor flowers. So you're going to hardly even notice that there's extra paint on there. Oh, so satisfying. Oh my goodness. If I could get it all the way across. Back this way. We interrupt our regularly scheduled program to peel paint off a brayer. Okay, so in case you are just listening and aren't watching, we're getting close to the satisfying removal of the paint from the brayer. Okay, are you watching now? I hope you're watching. This is the best. Oh, it's so satisfying when it does this. Oh, I love that. Sorry, I'm not trying to sound orgasmic or anything, but yeah, I just love it. It's so satisfying. And now I have a clean brayer, and that's why I don't clean my brayer, because it's much more fun to wait for it to do that. Just saying. It's just so much more fun. Now, part of me wants to add a little grunge to this. What do you think? See, if I were live, you'd be able to tell me what you think. Although I would not be showing my face today, even if I were live. Because there's like 2 giant pimples. One on each side of my nose. Oh man. The hair from the brush is still on there. All right, let's get all the way over the side here. And if we're lucky, the other brayer will clean off today too. Oh, come on. Why are you giving me such a hard time? The brayer, not you. You're fine. No, we should just go ahead and see how it looks. Don't add any more grunge. Maybe grunge to the next page. I just did that crooked. Oh well. Oh man, I am just pressing down way too hard. Tim Holtz, don't you know that some of us are not very good? Oh, did you guys notice my new mat? They have Tim Holtz. I thought it was 40% off, but my receipt actually said 50% off. And they hardly ever have these things in stock. But they had it in stock, and it ended up being 50% off. I was excited when I thought it was going to be 40% off. So, yeah, okay. There's this little piece of blue over here, which is what this is. Which is why I'm getting these little blobs of blue on there. Which also could have been a fun color to put back there. See? I don't need perfection. And if somebody got a tag that was made like this and didn't like all the messy paint on the back, they could just cover it with boring paper. Or tea-dyed paper or whatever. It doesn't have to be. Yes! You like it? I think that's fun. The numbers came out much stronger than I thought they would. I'm so excited. And this is my favorite. It used to be a whole block and then eventually got smaller. And then I was like, you know what? I hate when the edges of the thing get cut off. So I just cut out the one damask and just make my own pattern now. And it's got a little bit of the tack it again and again on the back. So that's just so it will stick to my acrylic block. So, yeah, kind of loving it. This is pretty wet over here. And it's got the teal and the red, which I like. So, cool, cool, cool. And this, curious, this is just going to be a background because it's going to have a lot of damask going every which way. But it cleaned off my plate nicely. Ooh, look how clean my plate is now. Well, except for over there. That side does not want to get cleaned off. And we still have a little bit. This is why I like that green gold. Look how it just goes with everything. So that's how that one ended up. Just random damasks playing all over the, just playing all in one corner. It's like, oh, what's that game where like you have 4 corners and you have to run to the, I don't know, there was some game we played as a kid and you had to run to the corner. Or whichever corner, and I don't remember, but that's what it made me think of. I'm weird, I know. And now I've got like all this, you can still see some numbers down here. Oh, I'm so excited. Okay. Let's see. First things first, though. Do I want to add a wood finish to anything? Why, you ask? Because it would add an interesting texture, but I don't have the right colors for that this time. I mean, I could do it with another color. Like, okay, for this, you might like want like a wind maybe or something. I don't know. Anyway, I digress. I really like that number stencil. I also really like how that came out. So let me try. Do I do red again? Look how clean it is, except for over here. It does not want to come up over here. It gets too thick, and then it's not even fun on the paper anymore. So let's take our packing tape, which got some fairly inexpensively on Amazon. Don't pay the one that has the exorbitant shipping, because that's not the good price one. They say it's a good price, but not when you have to pay that much for shipping. I have Prime, so that helps. Yeah, it's not coming up. It's just too thick. Like I said, it's so thick that it's not gonna feel nice on the paper. So at that point, I sometimes will just go ahead and clean it off. Okay, might be time for some green gold again. I don't know. What do you think? I haven't used any raw umber. I have misplaced, it's somewhere, my the turquoise of the fluid acrylics, because I have 3 big bottles. One is the green gold, one is the raw umber, and the other one is turquoise, because those other ones I knew I would use the most and was willing to pay that amount of money for. Although it's still less per ounce when you buy them in the bigger. So when I find a color I love, I'm willing to pay for the big bottle instead of paying $10 for the little bottle. I'll pay like $20 for the big bottle, which gives me like, these are 1 ounce and this one is 4 ounces. So I'd rather pay $20 for 4 ounces than $10 for 1 ounce. You know what I'm saying? I think that makes sense mathematically. Although buying this pack of the little ones, they ended up being $4 each. But you didn't get to choose your colors. But I figured it was a good way to have a bunch of colors to play with. That does not want to come off. Alright, well maybe now that it's smaller, it will come off on a layer. Alright, some people save these. I don't. Just don't want to. I don't want to. Oh, blue. Let's do some blue. There you go. This little, maybe I should get more of the stencil brushes. I mean, you could use a sponge though too. You don't have to use a stencil brush. But the sponge might be faster. And like I said before, I can just come over a little bit too. I don't have to come over the whole way. And that makes it a little bit more like a digital would be. So if you don't have a printer and you don't want to get a printer, or you just don't have the space, or you know it's going to end up costing you way more in the long run between ink and digitals and all the things, get a jelly plate. You can get similar looks with the jelly plate, and it's more fun and it's unique. You know, make your own paper. That's super fun. Believe me. Thinking of doing some more D-stash boxes, because I just like to make, but I do put some of my own like jelly plate prints and dyed papers and different stuff I put in there as well in my well, the Christmas ones I don't really consider D-stash boxes so much, or I guess they kind of are, but I'm D-stashing stuff that I actually really was planning to use. Just saying, it's not like crap. It's good stuff. Ask Robin, she'll tell you. But the reason people probably do this type of stuff in a digital is because they first learned how to do it on a jelly plate. Or, you know, whoever first did digitals probably first got these effects on jelly plates. The fading, the overlapping, the layers, that kind of stuff. Yeah. If you don't know how to do digital stuff, learn how to do this stuff. It's fun. I'm telling you, it's fun. Let's see. What will the green go to the navy blue? Alright, we've got the navy blue. And now I really want that to show. Or do I really just want to go with the green gold? Because I'm not just doing Christmas colors. I also want to do winter colors. So I actually might just do silver. But I might want to do another layer first. So like blue and maybe the dark teal. And just do, and then the silver behind it. Yeah. But I'm going to do it like I did before, where I stamp from over here and put the color over there. And maybe do a little bit just to get like that, and then some darker color with a stamp, maybe some swirls. Oh, you know what? What do I have over there? I have that. I haven't tried these acrylics. My acrylics, Cross Your Heart, whatever they're called. I haven't tried any of those on anything yet. I'm not seeing much happening. We'll see. I guess we'll see when it's done and over what actually ended up happening. It's not really leaving paint. It's taking paint off. But it does not seem to be leaving paint, and it's picking up the those brush hairs really well though. So I kind of want some layered behind that other stencil that I did. A little bit, but not too much, because I don't want it to take it off either. Oh, let's see. I just feel like there needs to be more color, more layers, more dimension, more something. Let's do this. This is from the back of the tiles that my friend had me help her with. I don't know if that did anything. Oh yeah, I could see it now. Alright, let me... If it would stay still, that'd be helpful. It would just be a little pattern behind everything in a... I'm going to do silver, right? I want a little bit of pink. Just a little bit of pink. Not everywhere. Just... Not pink. It's, what is it? Rosy beige. Just like lightly. No, not that lightly. Just to add another, just another layer of something. Does that make sense? And I'm going both ways. I don't know why. Just being super random. Alright. See, that's fun. Kind of looks like tiny chicken wire when it's like that bit. Let's see. Now silver? Yeah, because I don't know how the green gold will work with silver. Have I used it with silver? We'll just do the silver for now, because we're going for more of a winter vibe than a Christmas vibe on some of these. Don't know what they'll end up being. They could end up being tags. They could end up being medallions. I also have some die cuts. Oh, I think I ordered another medallion because mine's falling apart. My die impresslet is kind of falling apart a little bit. This is, oh, a little bit more on. Alright, so I'm lifting, pulling, and then I'm turning and lifting and pulling, and lifting and pulling and lifting and pulling, so that my whole brayer, so now when I pull my brayer through, it gives me a fairly even pattern. Is what I'm going for. Alright, let's smooth this out a little bit. Put that up there. Grab our 90-pound. Because it's 90-pound, it's thin enough if you wanted to use it as a page in a book. And thick enough that it could just be purely tags. Just kind of wanted to finish that off over there apparently. This side is only 8 by 10, so it's smaller than my, so I can do that. So you add some stenciling to this, and you can use this as like the your outside of your signature. You know, for people that like to do that. It's not necessary to do that. Some people do. They like to have a thicker piece of paper on the outside of each signature. It's just a choice, just creative choice. Or some people do it because they've seen other people do it and they just do it. But it's, you know, not necessary. Alright, so some of the scroll is showing here. It looks really nice where I've done it that way. I don't know how it's going to turn out on here, we'll see. So we get that silvery greenish, it's still wet, I shouldn't be touching it. Usually, it's on there, it's fairly thick, so it's a little bit wetter than it normally would be. So, we don't see... Now, the teal paint, when I put it on, I guess it was pretty, so you get that, kind of that webbing look, which is a fun look. Not necessarily what I was going for, but still good. We do still have some red in here. Or burgundy in there, which is fun. And then we've got the teals and the navy blues and the silver. And oh, that's right, we've got that rosy beige in there. That's what that light color was before, the rosy beige. You can hardly see it, but it does add a layer. An inobtrusive layer. Where'd that come from? I don't know if I want that to happen again. There we go. I don't necessarily like when that happens, but hey, shows the homemadeness of it, right? So I really do like, I like this look where you have the stencil coming in different areas, but not all over the whole thing. It's a fun look. And then I could take another stencil and fill in the other areas, or stamp and you really get that digital look without having a printer or buying a digital. I mean, and if, let's see, if you can only afford a smaller gel plate print, that's okay. If you only want to ever buy one in your life, get a bigger one, and then you could do like this with the tape and make it whatever size you want, so you're not wasting, what's the word I want? Paint. Because I find it harder to actually work on the full 12 by 12, but I do like having that as an option. So let's find a different stencil, because I like to do different things. Let's see. Obviously I use that one a lot. Where's one? Oh, this one's fun and cool. It's kind of a larger one, but look, it gets nice and flat to the thing. I could put some of these words on there. So I would just do these words and just put them upside down, and then they would come up. I might do some of those. Alright, so let's do some of this and then do some words. Let's maybe move those off of that. Probably need more than that. Alright, so now I've got the, oh, what was that one? That one was Tapestry Wine. This may end up being a long video because I have not looked at the time or paid any attention. Okay, yeah, it is. If you keep watching, it'll definitely be a long video. I try not to do very long videos. In fact, normally I would like, when I'm doing the jelly plate print, I like to just do it and then do it fast forward. Then you can see a longer playtime without the words. But I know some people do like when I'm without the words, without the chatty bits, without chatty Kathy over here chatting away. I don't even know what I've been saying. I do feel like I've been chatty though. I feel like I've been talking like non-stop. I don't know why I do that. I tend to do this corner and that corner, even though if you're folded in half, it's not even going to show. Go figure, right? And then kind of I go across the middle, and then that's going to, if you're folding it, it's going to show on both sides. And up the bottom here, some. And then sometimes I'll catch the top somewhere else, like on one of the top of the one of the other corners, or sometimes both of the other corners. But that's 1, 2, 3. Hey, I actually did an odd number. I don't always do an odd number. You know why? Because I don't care. I just go by how it looks, not by if it's an even or odd number. Just saying. All right, let's move that across there. Just maybe even do this. Oh, like I think I told you, this came from the back of the tiles I took apart from my friend. Okay. Yep, that's what happens when you use your hand. Alright, so if I want to use some of these words, I need to go upside down with them. So some good Christmassy words. Ooh, believe. So let's see, there's not a very big space here, so we could put believe right there. Press it down to your plate. I'm going to use the dark blue because I might back this with the green gold, and the dark blue will show nicely. Taking some of it off of there, especially since it's a smaller word. Alright, so we got believe. Looks nice. Let's not, alright, what else do we have? Wish might be a good one. I think we have room for wish right here. Got the stencil on Amazon. I have two that aren't, they sent me like the whole 3-pack that they get by accident. But, oh, hope. I like hope. So I was thinking of doing those, saving those for like a giveaway sometime. Oh, speaking of a giveaway, I will hopefully be having a giveaway before long. Because, let's see, that's good right there. I'm finally into the 400s with my, whatchamacallit, my numbers, my subscribers. Hi, subscribers. Thanks for subscribing. All of the new people that have got me over 100 here. Over 100. Over 400. Like, sometimes you end up in the 300s for a really long time. I've noticed that with a lot of people. Like, they end up in the 300s for a very long time. And then the next thing you know, they are all of a sudden 1,000. So, fingers crossed. But, you know, after some of the issues people have been having, though, I'm like, do I really want 1,000 subscribers? That's more people to be mean to me. But, oh, now we're going to get a little bit purple on this, probably. I figured, why not grab one of these stencils? So glad I got this stencil brush. I mean, I don't have to use a stencil brush, but it seems to work really nicely. I seem to get more crisp lines with this than with the sponge, but you could definitely use a sponge. So that's backwards now, but when it gets on the plate, it will be... Sorry, I'm just seeing if I can get some of that to go on the... Oh, a little bit. I mean, not actually so you can see it, but blue. See, now we're kind of more of a purpley color because it started out with burgundy and now I have blue on it. That definitely needs to dry. And we have the words here. Oh, they're almost drying. I'm going to use the green gold. I'm trying to think if I want anything else in here. I might. So, what color though? I wonder what will happen. Alright, let me do a little bit of teal maybe. Is this the darker teal? Tuscan teal, a little bit. Alright. I'm just gonna, what am I gonna do? Just, whoops. Oh, that's the lighter teal. That's alright. I just need some, I guess we'll go over it. Just make sure I don't pick up color from over it. Alright, what did I want to do? I wanted to grab my lovely little damask that I like so well. Get some green on it. Do a little bit of damask here and there. It won't be like a whole piece because some of these I'm having to go off the edge just to try to stay off my middle joy in the middle. Oh good, I can see it. That's good. I wasn't sure if I'd be able to see it. And for some reason it's not straight in my fingers, so it's not going straight. That's gonna bug me. Right here. And maybe right there. It's just going to show a little bit. Alright, and then I was going to do green gold, right? This definitely needs to dry. Shake it up. Ooh, 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 shake it up. Oh, it looks horrible, doesn't it? Look at that. It looks absolutely horrible on there. Which means I'm going to love it. And then I think I'll do the metallic white behind it to pick it up. I mean, I could pick it up like this, but I'll pick up more if I use a thicker paint beyond the green, and all that darker color should pop nicely too. Okay, and the white metallic white. I had, so when I first started doing mixed media, I got this little 5-pack of metallic paints, and I loved them. So the ones that I really liked, I went out, like the metallic, I think I went out and got metallic white, metallic black, metallic silver in the big bottles after a little bit. So, see, I still got the green gold mixed with the white, which makes it really pretty green, and you still get a little bit of white in there. And apparently there's still a hair on here somewhere, maybe. Yep, right there. I could see it when I was rolling everything out. I'm like, there's definitely, there's another one. The hairs that I'm speaking of are the ones from the stencil brush. Oh, that's an actual in there, not just on the brush kind of a hair. Which just adds a little more layer, right? Whew. Okay, I need to get paper on there before it dries. It needs to be, that last layer is supposed to be wet to pick it up. The first layer is dry, and then your last layer is wet. And that allows the dry layers to get picked up when they get re-wet by the wet layer, I guess, or something to that effect. Let's see. Oops. Oh, I went through down the rabbit hole of stupid. Well, I guess they're like TikTok and Instagram, but they come up as why don't you watch this on Facebook? And you just keep swiping up and seeing more and more ridiculousness. And then after a while, you're like, I don't get the people that just keep copying the other TikToks, because those I'm like, it's not going to be any different or better than the 5 million I've already seen, so I just don't even watch those. But you get those songs stuck in your head, you know. No, ooh, 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 ooh. What do you think? What do you think? What do you think? I mean, other than that the very crooked damask, that might bug me, but I like the words. I love this with the green. I love I do like the burgundy with the bright green. That's, and the blue, and I don't know. I like that. I like that one. I wonder if do you guys have a favorite? I really need to be done now because it's been over an hour, and it's paint everywhere. Just gonna. Oh, this is some weird color on here now. Let's just get some weird color on there. Just whatever's on the brush, it's gonna come off right here. Weird color. I know, I told you, you can go if you want to. You don't have to stay. And like I said, yes, it's gonna mean that it's gonna take me longer to upload the video, but I'm having fun. Okay. Circles, and oh, what else did I really like? I really like the numbers. I do backwards. Gotta go upside down with the numbers. Sure, why not? I'll do burgundy this time. Oh, you wanted to see what this one ended up looking like? Sadly, the joy does not show at all. Remember that? There must have been too thick of a layer below it. I mean, it's still got layers and interest, but that whole thing I put in the middle that I was trying to protect, nothing. It's, oh, wait. I do see joy right there. Barely. Barely. If we put it as the first layer, where'd it go? I don't know where that stencil went. Otherwise, I do it as the first layer. Right now, as we speak. See, the check could be a fun back layer on something. Do the snowman. You just kind of press it down and see how it gets darker, and then you get cleaner lines the better it's pressed down if you're doing it like this. But if I do white right now, it would be interesting. Let's try it though. It'll clean my brush off a little bit. We'll get kind of a blue, a weird kind of a whatever it ends up being, and also more. I need to get it. I don't know if getting a newer stencil brush, although I probably pressed pretty hard. I don't know if getting a newer one is going to mean less things come off, but because like I said, this one's old, but it might not. So what would be the point? I'm going to leave that stencil on there just so when I have all this other colors I'm playing with on the corners here. Stick some of that in a corner. And I'm not going all the way to edges because I don't want it to look square and rectangle-y, you know? Whoops, I really like the way the words came out before. The words, the numbers, I know they're numbers, I'm aware. And overlapping with some of the circles right here will be fun. I can't wait to see how that looks. I mean, I can wait, because otherwise it won't come out at all, because if I don't wait, it'll just be a mess. But for numbers, I like numbers for Christmas, because, you know, you've got the Advent, that you're waiting the 25 days to Christmas. So numbers are a fun thing to have on your background page and whatnot. Ooh. Alright, so I just, usually it's not so wet, so I did the stencil, so some of the numbers came out on that. And that's what I do sometimes, is I just take another one and just smush whatever on there and just see what happens. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this down in the corner here. Do this up in the corner here, maybe even a little bit up here. Maybe just kind of vignette the whole thing in burgundy. I don't know. You don't usually have burgundy in a snow scene, but it's the vignette part. Snowman should be starting to be fairly. This definitely needs to dry. So what are you guys working on, if anybody's still here? What's your project? Have you started Christmas? Are you having so much fun? Are you not ready for Christmas yet? Do you watch Hallmark Christmas movies? Have you started watching those yet? I'm super nosy and want to know all the things. Should I go ahead and use the rosy beige, or go back to my green gold, because we've got like that weird purpley blue color. Although here we're probably going to want, well, where's my tweezers? Lost my tweezers again. It's alright. Got like 100, well, I got four, maybe four pairs of tweezers. I keep them, it'd be better to put that in the trash than on the desk. Yep, that makes more sense. This little thing that is part of, well, I don't even know if it is part. It looks similar to the, it's got cracks in the bottom, hot cocoa thing that was my great somebody's. And my mom found another set that was similar, and so I kept that piece. I will probably get rid of the hot cocoa part. I'm still trying to decide what color I want to do. Where is the darker? Alright, I kind of want to do this color over here. See what happens over here. This one won't have as much crumbly bits on it. Okay, that's just a really nice little light. I might even do some, I don't know what I'll do. Alright. I'm hitting the camera and I apologize. Alright, this will be the last one for today. I know. Didn't even feel like an hour and a half went by. I hope you watch this one. I need to put in the description. Watch this on double speed, because otherwise you'll be here all freaking day. That's just going to have a tiny bit of that color on there. And I don't really want to go metallic white. And I have not... Did I use this green earlier? Oh, I did. It came out weird, didn't it? I think it might be kind of cool on the back of this, though. Let's see. Because it'll help those darker colors pop. I'll do it a little bit here, too. There you go. It's not super thick, but it should be thick enough to pick up what I'm laying down. See, what's fun too is when I do this, I have an idea of what the colors are going to kind of look like. And look, because I picked up the numbers, like I rolled over the numbers, you can see the numbers tiny bit in there. Look, I could even do this and get really random. Oh, looks like lips. Yeah, that's, well, I saw Mommy kissing Santa Claus underneath the mistletoe last night. La da 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 dum. La da 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 da. Da 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 da. See, I'm not monetized. I did it again. Come on, Tim. Don't you know there are some people like me who are like super rough on stuff? Need their things not to fall apart while they're using them. This is the Tim Holtz one. That's the one that falls apart the most. Just saying. That one is a lot thicker, so I'm going to leave that on a little bit longer. I'm going to do that Joy one again sometime, but not right now. Alright. So here we have our numbers and our circles with the weird blue, red. I don't know. It came out kind of cool. I'm like, did I? Alright, I think it's upside down. Okay. It took me long enough to figure out that that was upside down. And hubby's home from visiting with his parents. So I'm going to say goodbye. I actually am loving how this is like a little bit lighter and giving me some different things happening in there. So yes, you all have a delightful day. I love you. And leave a comment. I love comments. Have a great day. Bye.